I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
You're always standing around and protecting me. I don't need you to do that, you know.
Are you saying that you have no need of me, successor?
No, that's not what I mean. Just... I don't want you to waste your whole life on me. I'll be alright. You should live for yourself.
Live for myself? My successor, he said I should live for myself instead of as an attendant of the relics. But to what end? My duty, the entire reason for my existence, is to stand by my successor. If I were to abandon my duty, then my life would have no meaning. Successor, forgive me, but this is the only place I have. I can belong nowhere else. As your attendant, protecting you is my duty. I was made to stand by your side, and so, as long as you remain in this place, I will also remain. Now and forever, until the time of your salvation. An attendant can only find meaning in the pursuit of their mission. There can be no other life for them beyond the one they were made for. That sort of life, it seems like such an awkward, sad existence. If I had never met you, I think by now I would also be. I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me. No, I cannot let myself fall here, in this place. I must find my successor. I must defend my successor. I have to go on. My successor. I suppose many attendants must have met the same fate. Struggling to be with their successors, but turned to ash without ever meeting them. And it could have been the same for me. If I had made one mistake, I would have been doomed as well. The attendants, they could only live in accordance with their mission. It's possible they might have been able to survive if they had only chosen another way. I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me. Forgive me, my successor. I promised that I would defend you As your attendant, it was my duty. But I could not prevent your frenzy. In the end, I failed you. I could do nothing more than watch as your death finally came for you. Why was I even here? What purpose did I serve? This attendant lost their successor to frenzy, and then succumbed to it themselves. If all we can do is stand by and watch, while we lose the ones we've been charged to protect, then does our presence serve any purpose? As attendants, what good do we do? I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me. If I am able to ease your suffering, even if it is only by the smallest amount, then I would gladly sacrifice myself to do so. After all, that is the duty with which I have been entrusted. It is my reason to be. For now and always. Is it really meant to be this way? Do all attendants have to sacrifice their lives for the sake of their successors? It does not seem right. But could it be that I'm mistaken? I've been waiting for you. Please, spin a thread of memory for me. Is someone pulling the strings? I cannot understand. The actions you've chosen to take, they can bring nothing but further disaster to this land. I cannot allow that mistake to repeat itself a second time. Stand by their side and attend to them. That is enough. It is the duty with which we have all been entrusted. If you lose your way, if you take one false step, it will lead to that same result. That's not true. Yes, as attendants, it may be that we were all born from Cruz's weakness. But we are not all identical to one another. Our experiences are unique. Through our journeys, I have experienced the memories of so many different people. I have witnessed the passion with which they lived their lives. And what I've found for every single one of those people is that they fought as hard as they could to survive. They pushed themselves, for the sake of others, to keep living. It didn't matter if they had lived as a human or if they had lived as a revenant. They still struggled on. It was the same for the successors, just as it was for so many of our poor sisters. I do not wish to cling to a futile mission out of fear and let myself stand by, hoping for a peaceful ending. I will struggle. I will fight. Against Cruz's sin and against my duty. To be complete. Io, it's true, there does seem to be something different within you. Something that sets you apart from the other attendants. Very well. I bequeath all to you. And so, I beg of you, please, save everyone. This place is new. We go together. This is the core of the crypt. There's a lake of blood below. Watch your step. I'll be there soon.
No. Silva has lost control of the relic.
What's wrong?
Silva is pulling in the relics. To let the world end here. I swear, I will stop this! We don't have a lot of time. Hey, kid, can you handle this?
It's all right.
Ew.
In the end, no matter who I may be, even if I serve as little more than an empty vessel, you have stored so many precious memories inside of my heart, and I promise I will never allow them to fade away. Whatever happens, I will always be with you. Just as you will always be within my heart. And now, goodbye.
What?
The relics.
Everything is now so clear.
In the years after Io stopped the relics from frenzying and transformed into the Weeping Tree, Karen and the others discovered a reliable source of blood beads. And the question I've pondered for so long, what as a Revenant can I do? What about the outside world and the horrors there? We analyzed the signals intercepted from outside when the red mist appeared. There were countless cries for help. As Revenants, we prey upon humanity. We might bring them nothing but misery. Even so, I can't just give up.
I plan to start research with Karen that will hopefully lead to methods for controlling thirst in Revenants. I don't know if we'll ever find an answer, but I'm sure it will lead to better lives in the Jail of the Mists. It would be nice if Louis could work with us.
We finally secured a steady supply of blood beads. Once again, we have Io to thank. On the day she took all of the relics, I was suddenly my old self again. And ever since then, she's been producing blood beads and even maintaining the red mist. So even if it's only a little, I want to make it so people can have normal lives in this world she's protecting for us. That's my wish.
This garbage heap may just have become a slightly better garbage heap. That means people have less use for what I'm selling. I'm only joking. Don't worry about me. Do your thing, okay?
All the power was sucked right out of my body. I was so big and strong. But now look at me. But now Jack's training me to grow strong again. I don't see me as much as I used to, but I always feel close to her, even when we're apart. I think it's because we respect each other so much now. I miss her, but a knight has his duty.
The relic's power created the Weeping Tree, thanks to Io's wish, and there's no sign of the Queen coming back. It must have taken a strong will. We're ordinary Revenants without the power of the relics, but our mission still remains. As long as I live, I will continue to watch over that power, together with Jack.
I've looked through documents from the Great Collapse, and the more I read, the more I understand why those creatures are called horrors. They're immune to even the most powerful weapons, and immortal like the loss that plagued the Jail of the Mists. Now I understand why Revenants had to be created. The situation was that dire. And the horrors are still roaming the outside world. It must be incredibly difficult living out there.
There are no changes in the Weeping Tree. It's completely normal. Don't worry. If anything happens, I swear I'll do everything in my power to stop it. Meanwhile, it's time we both do what we need to. My mission as a Watcher has ended, but my duty to protect the world still remains. I won't allow the hell here to escape and torment those outside.
Is that amber blood bead Io gave you all right? It's a piece of her memory and a manifestation of her strength. Handle it with care. Karen and the others say it's made of the same substance as the Weeping Tree Io gave us after taking on all the relics. It has the ability to alter the relic's influence, if only in a small way.
I'm glad to see that things have calmed down a bit here. Although Louie's worried again. Are the two of you ever satisfied? You finally earned some peace, so why not enjoy it? Well, whatever you choose, I'll go along with you. Do what you feel is right.
The Lost are still a dire threat to the survival of humanity, but the new provisional government is at last on a course to stop them. Silva is pushing reforms to aid as many revenants as possible. I can finally get to the job of exploring the depths in earnest. You've been a great help. I must thank you. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have a message for you. The provisional government would appreciate your cooperation. Please contact the government if you seek work with real meaning.
Today I invited Yakumo to work for the provisional government, but he turned me down outright. Sorry, but just like you've got things you want to do, I've got things I want to do too. Yeah, he hasn't changed a bit. Well, I didn't want to work for them at first either. After a while of fighting to survive, I noticed I'd made a bunch of friends along the way. And here I am stuck with them. But I guess they're all pretty great, so I don't regret it at all.
In the years after Io stopped the relics from... You're leaving into the outside world?
Yeah, I figured that's what you would do. I can't say I approve of you heading out alone, though.
At least say something before you go. After all, we're supposed to be friends, right?
And since you guys insist on charging ahead all the time, you're going to need someone to keep things running smoothly.
To be honest, I'm not sure how welcome revenants will be in the outside world. But have to keep reminding ourselves that we were all created for a reason. I'll carry on Cruz's dream. Just like you carried Eos. Let's go. Eo.